Hello, what are you doing there? Good to see you, how are you? Thanks for joining us here on Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. It is Tuesday, it is just gone 5 o'clock here in the UK. You know what that means on a Tuesday night? It's time for Launch Party. This is the show where we recap on some of the big launches from recent days and we have a bit of a party at the same time, hence the name of the show. Tonight on the Shop the Show you can find things like our amazing Vellum Washi rolls. We're going to be concentrating on those first up. We've got the Lovebirds collection, that's back on the show as well. Very popular on its launch just last week, and we've got your All Occasions showstopper back. That's just a few of the items that we've got across this fantastic show. Also in this show, looking forward to giving you a few ideas when it comes to kind of, I don't know, your Christmas shopping, if you like. If you're still looking for those gift ideas for people who are into their craft, we've got some brilliant deals coming up for you tonight on our Fan Art Like a Pro kit. Those are the DC kits with the licensed DC images in. We're going to be showing you those a little bit later on. We've got those on a half-price deal. Plus tonight, Craig and I are also going to be pointing you in the direction of some of our favourite items from the Christmas goodies that are on the website. There's loads on the website right now. If you have a look there, you'll find loads as far as sales are concerned. You'll also find loads as far as Christmas deals are concerned. And for today, as part of our 12 days of Craftmas, we are offering you not double points, triple points. Yeah. Triple points on everything, not just on this show, but site-wide. So do make sure you shop until you drop. I will say a few hellos in just a few moments' time, but let's say the most important hello to the man over the other side of the studio who will be providing you with the inspiration, the education, and probably a few giggles along the way. It's Craigie Baggy. How are you? What you got for us tonight?
I don't know, I feel like I've done a week's worth of shows already and we're only on day 2.
I'm with you. We've been working hard today and yesterday, haven't we?
We have. We've done a couple of pre-records, done different little individual things, live shows. So technically we should be going into Friday by now with the amount that we've done.
Yeah, this is our 9th and 10th hour of shows. Yes, so we should be done.
Yeah.
Maybe we just don't come in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Love it, yes. Shall we have a little look at some of the things we're going to be looking at? We've got our Vellum Sentiment adhesive strips, really, really lovely to then just pop that little strip with that foiled sentiment whichever card that you're doing, maybe you want to chop it down and use it when it comes to just your sentiments. You can do that. You would not think that is a foiled vellum sticker that you've then trimmed down. We've got our all occasion sentiments that we can see within these ones, where we can create all our own little verses. And then we're going to kickstart,
Yeah.
with the lovebirds.
The
Leona Lewis,
lovebirds.
lovebirds fly away. Well, it's a beautiful song, but it's a sad song. This is all about the happiness with the lovebirds, whether it's love, whether it's friendship, whether it goes together in a love and marriage,
Go together like a horse and carriage.
This is
two
two other.
You can't have one
without the
other.
So there we go. These are kind of the things that we're going to be having a look at when it comes to today's lunch party.
Low hunch party, low hunch party.
Goes together on a CTV party. I'm not good like you. You're good. You just you're like a rapper that just, you know, straight off the tongue, all these
Like
words
spits
just
the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to start rapping everything.
Can you wrap presents up?
As long as they are square or rectangle.
Yeah.
Any strange shapes. Do you know what I find quite difficult to wrap? Bottles. What? Your mouth, did you just say? What was that?
Oops.
Oh.
Sorry. Jamie's always scared just to show certain things, isn't he?
Yeah.
You're not going to get sued by Pepsi.
They won't be watching, to be fair, I don't think, will they?
Oh my God, Jamie.
Oh dear. Tonight Show, sponsored by
Pepsi and Stanley. Pepsi and Stanley. Like that. It's a tag team, Pepsi and Stanley. Friday Night Live with Pepsi and Stanley.
making their way to the ring. Janice Watson, sorry everyone.
Sorry.
I think you're going to get more of this week, because by the time we get to this show, after all the extra shows that we've done, we are hitting the realms of tiredness. Friday Night Live is going to be absolute carnage. Janice Watson joins us saying, good evening everyone, I hope you are all well. We are surviving. Karen Hogue says, hey, good morning everyone. Hello Karen Hogue. And hi PB Brewer Martin says, looking forward to the launch party with Ben, Craig, the team, and all of you crafting with new products whilst watching. Hi Becky. Becky's in the socials tonight. Hi also to Lois, who says, good afternoon everyone from Ohio. We're live at 5. Hi also to Sydney Thompson, who says, good morning from Minnesota, where it feels like 8 degrees, but what is it actually? Laurie Barnett says, party time, party. Hello also to Jane Adams, who's with us in Las Vegas. Hillary says hello from Hillary and Holly Collie. Hello and a hearty woof. I saw a lovely picture of Holly on the old Instas the other day. I think you were asking whether or not she should be on the nice or naughty list. Definitely nice list. Yeah, Santa Paws is definitely going to be paying a visit there, I think. Mary Shaw says, hello everyone, hope you are having a great Tuesday. We are. Carolyn Cooey says, good morning from a cooler Florida. Hi. Well, I knew you were going to do that. It's so weird, we are so in sync. I knew that was coming.
Do you know what it reminds me? You know on Home Alone?
Yeah.
Is it the second one when Marv gets hit with the iron?
Oh yeah, and he's like that.
Or was it, and he goes, no, it's
no,
when
the bricks. It's the bricks.
The bricks. Yeah.
And then and he's trying to show him, he's like, all right, Johnny's just leaving. Best if you go, Big Pop. It's not a great start to the show. Bye. Probably won't see you tomorrow.
Don't show back, Johnny.
Big Pop was just on his way out, and he stood at the door, he was like, he's just gone. I think he's given up on us. Hi also to Mary Shaw, Colleen Passardi, and Lynn Harvey. He says, hi Ben and Craig and the amazing team, the wonderful social superstar and everyone. I hope everyone is keeping well and having a great day. We will, thank you. Shall we have a look at the washi tape? Oh, by the way, also, just to say, I'll start with the birds.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the washi tape earlier. I said earlier we started with the washi tape, and so you said in my ear yes. So just goes to show that I don't always listen. No, 100%, 100%. You obviously, I don't think you.
1%, no.
Huh?
100%.
I think
1%. Did not say that.
No, not you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Nick didn't say that.
I'm sure I had a conversation with her where she did. I don't think you had your earpiece in at the time. I don't think you were ready for the show. Anyway, also your fault, Jamie, did you say? Oh yeah, because you didn't get mic'd up in time, Jamie, did you? So, do you want to do some Christmas trivia tonight as well? That's the thing, because Taylor has given us a little box of fun, it's called. Talking Tables. There's some Christmas trivia in here. Are they all true or false? I think, oh no, they're not. True or false or multi-choice. Do you want to do some fun questions within the show? If you do, let me know. If you'd rather not, again, let me know. Or let's just do, I'll do you one now just to whet your appetites at home. Oh, how random is that? We did that one earlier. Let me just pick another one out. Okay. According to the Church of England, on which date is Twelfth Night?
The 12th.
When you should take your tree down.
Oh, the 6th.
No.
5th.
5th.
Yeah.
Correct. The 6th day of January is the day of Epiphany.
The 5th is my mother's birthday.
The 5th is?
The 5th is, yeah.
Ah, happy birthday, Denise.
Yeah.
If you want some more, do one more. In which century were Christmas crackers invented? 18th, 19th or 20th century?
The UK.
What?
The UK.
Yeah, but which century?
Oh, right, sorry.
Okay, well, okay, so that's the question. Play along, I'll give you the answer in a minute. Don't cheat. In which century were Christmas crackers invented? 18th, 19th or 20th century? Answers, please get those in and we'll give the answer in just a few moments' time. If you don't want to do any more questions, let me know and I won't if you just want to craft. Who's not going to want to do questions, right? Lovebirds. Let's have a look at this amazing collection. Beautiful, featuring all 9 species of the lovebirds that we found out about in that show. Maybe some ones that we might have invented in here as well. I'm not quite sure. Yes, thank you, Nicola. They mate for life, do lovebirds. Which is quite cute, isn't it? It's like donkeys, isn't it? Donkeys always kind of like find a partner for life. But with the lovebirds, as you're seeing here, it might look very pretty and beautiful on all of the illustrations, but apparently they can be quite mean as well when people invade their space. But you can understand that, can't you? You know, you don't want people kind of getting up in your face, do you? So, you know, lovebirds might have a point there. But you've got all of these beautiful lovebirds, all of these stunning florals, beautiful, bold, bright colours as well in this pad. And what is really nice, once again, that, you know, you can cut into these pads, you can create, you know, kind of cut downs of these. But if you want just the reverse of these with all of the floral patterns without the lovebirds on, then you've got that on the B side of all of your 12 by 12 papers. You get that also included in your 6x6, so 24 sheets in there as well. And we then give you your luxury linen cardstock to match absolutely perfectly with your set. Now, that is going to be your bonus buy as far as the lovebirds is concerned as well. So you get that in the showstopper. Then if you buy the showstopper and want this again a second time over, you pop the card and paper bundle into your basket and you'll get that half price. But then also included in your showstopper bundle, you have got beautiful edibles. Take a look at that. This one is called Love is in the Air. The beautiful lovebirds there in their little cage. You've also got a stunning create a card die, which is called I Love You. And again, we saw the sniffability with both Craig and Debbie on this, actually, in the fact that if you want to snip out the lovebirds, you can. If you want to snip out various elements of the florals and the branches, you can. You've got your beautiful lovebird stamp included within this set as well. So if you want to colour, you've got the ability to be able to do that. The most beautiful embossing folder, which is called Beautiful Bloom, with all of that stunning blossom, to, again, coordinate with all of the dies that you've got within this set. But also, that's just going to work, I think, with a multitude of other collections that we may well have brought you. And then you've also got Written in Feathers, which is all of your fantastic sentiments to go with. So you've got I Love You, you have got in there With Love on your special day, you've got a love story written in feathers, and also Good Friends, Lift You, when you forget to fly. Triple points on this as well, which you did not have on the launch. So triple points on this, triple points on your papers as well. If you decide that you want to go individually, of course, you can do that too. Pick and choose. Yes, I know, I mentioned that earlier, the bonus buy. Yep, you can get the bonus buy, triple points on the bonus buy. It is half price on the bonus buy.
Either we're all tired,
Yeah.
or we're just all full of sass tonight.
Yeah, I think we maybe was full of sass. I definitely did say there was a bonus buy earlier on, definitely.
Maybe we'll all fall out by the time Friday comes.
Oh, don't do that. I saw your post last night as well, actually, and it was that picture of CM Punk and Roman Reigns like that.
In the Shark Tank.
It's like me and Ben by the end of Friday.
Yeah.
Probably will be.
Probably will be.
We don't even get away from each other tomorrow night after we finish, do we? I mean, Thursday night after we finish.
No.
Because we're doing a little catch up with our old crafty mate, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah. Dan Bancroft, obviously, formerly of Creating Craft. He's going to be, what I would say, Ben, is probably it's going to be easier to watch on his Facebook page.
Yeah.
Because I think he's going to invite us on. But yeah, Dan Bancroft, it's still technically Dan Bancroft on Creating Craft, although unfortunately Creating Craft's not anymore. But yeah, it's going to be, what, 7:30 UK time?
Yeah.
Go across, and then he's going to invite me and Ben on, and the three of us going to have a little chat, a little bit of a quiz. So it'll be nice, because the three of us have never actually been together, have we?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Bizarrely, in all this time, we haven't. So it will be Thursday night. A few quick hellos. Hi, Darren Sainsbury, who is a complete newbie here. First show. Well, welcome along, Darren. Thanks for doing this. It's not normally this chaotic. We will get on to do some crafting. Cindy says, Ben, the actual temperature in Minnesota is 20 degrees. The wind makes it feel like 10. Morning to Cheryl, who says, morning, crafty friends. Snow is melting and it is raining in Seward, Alaska. Hi to Stephen, and also hi to Rebecca Dancer. Lynn Bledsoe says, I thought Crafter's Companion invented crackers. Lol. I'm in the US, so I have no idea. We didn't invent them, but I can tell you they were invented in the 19th century, in 1847, in London. So well done to those of you that said 19th, Smith, including Fred and Laughing Gravy. What?
By Tom Smith.
Yes.
That's why the crackers were called Tom Smith.
Yes, that's exactly right. Not by David Cracker. No, did not invent them, just Tom Smith. Let us get on to, you wanted the trivia in the gallery. Let us get on to having a look through this collection with Craig and a demo, and we'll do some more trivia in a bit, maybe.
Yeah, let's have a little look here. Let's have a look at some finished samples. Once again here, where you're going to be able to combine the folders with the stamps, with the dies. You've got, for me, I just think that looks like a cherry blossom if you were to colour it within pink. I know within the launch day, and then even when we had to look at it last week, we've done a little bit of fussy cutting to show you how you can chop out the actual frame and then, of course, create the little wreath into a love heart. But what about using your gold embossing powders and then that edgeable die on the side? There's that edgeable die that you can see there, so, so beautiful. And then as we were saying as well last week, you know, yes, they're lovebirds, but it could be your lovebirds of friendship. It could be of care. You know, it doesn't have to be love as in the form of romantic love. But you can do your shakers. You can, of course, start to then cherry pick section, do the little bit of fussy cutting, die cut it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and do your own form of decoupage with the die cuts. Creating a little inner frame with the bird cage, not just on the edge. Your shimmer ink pads, your smaller cards as well, going in with your tricolour alcohol pens as well. So you've got all of these that you can be doing. Of course, always go into things such as the I'm a Crafter's Companion Facebook group, have a look, see what the team have done, the design team, what our Nicole's done as well. But let's go in here. So we're going to go, and I need the dies, of course. I'm not going to get far without the dies. Let's go in with the card. So if I take the actual card or the die itself, now you pop it into your cardstock, it's going to cut into your card. If you use the outer die, it's going to then release your actual die cut. What I'm going to do here is let's take, I don't actually, so what usually happens, or what I usually do, Ben, it's very rare do I actually use the outer die. I tend to cut it to the size that I want, and then I go that way. So if I bring in my guillotine, this is, it is what, 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go, let's try, I'm going to have a little look here. So if I go, let's do, so what did I say there? I've forgotten already what I said. 5 and, no, it's 5 inches. So let's go 5 1/4, and then that way is, let's see, 3 3/4. So let's go 4 inches. I just prefer to, of course, create my own size layer. So if I was to use the die that comes with it, so if I pop that on there, I'm going to get a lot more of a smaller frame, whereas because I'm deciding myself the size of my card, it means I could have a medium frame, I can have a thicker frame. It's entirely up to yourself at home. So, and I tend to do that with all creative cards. Those that watch on a daily basis, or watch certainly when I'm on, will know that I very rarely with a creative card die use the outer edge. And then let's take these little bits in. There's still these little bits in from being used previously. So I'm just going to pop these bits out. Always key to pop them out, because if you want to have a nice crisp, clean cut, you want to make sure all these little apertures are clean with any waste. Otherwise, you've got nowhere for the cardstock to cut into.
Yeah.
So let's go in with our low tack tape. We're going to align that within the center here, and then I'm just going to go onto the edges to then stick that down. We're going to pop that onto our junior plate, because of course it is going to fit, and then frosted, magnetic, and then top plate. We're going to run that one through, and then I've got another piece of white cardstock here that I've already cut to size. If I get hold of it, I'm going to take that one 5 by 4 inches. So I'm going to just check that this is all going to align just fine, although I've already got one done because we're doing a little bit of colouring. So what I'm wanting to do, let's take that out. I'm wanting to just make sure, yep, perfect. So my cardstock is just a little bit smaller than my main outer image. So we can see that that just fits on the back, but you see no white cardstock on the outer edge. And that's what I'm wanting. Because what we're going to do is we're going to ink this pen, but I only want the ink to be seen through the actual die cut detail.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it on that outer edge. So let's go in with our pink tulip here, and let's go in with one of our brushes. And then we're just going to go in, we're just going to add the ink onto the cardstock. We're going to take a little bit of water just shortly and do a little bit of a splatter technique. But this is water reactive, and it's pink tulip.
Thank you to Laurie, who says, I love that birdcage die. It is absolutely beautiful. And also Lynn, who's very appreciative of the samples. So the samples by the design team are gorgeous, as always, and a big shout out to all who made them. We do try and always give a bit of a heads up, don't we, to whoever's created the cards, so they get a little shout out on the show.
We try.
They're not always labelled as well, some of them, are they?
That's exactly it. I have to give a big shout out to Debbie Robinson. Debbie Robinson is really, really good on giving the team a shout out. I'm not as good, so please do forgive me. But on the other hand, as you said, Ben, a lot of them don't actually have names on them.
No.
So if there's a lot without names, I know this might sound bad, if there's a lot without names, I don't tend to say the names of the cards that do have them on the back, which, you know, I probably should. So we do have an incredible design team that do a lot of incredible work, a lot of incredible finished samples.
Yeah.
Either, you know, samples, card samples, projects, memory book pages. Because that's the thing, although predominantly we're all card makers, you can absolutely use these across the board. Memory books, scrapbooks, home decor, you know, really is so many ways that you can use your collections.
Yeah, and like with this set, you know when you've got a good collection is when you've got a stack full of, you know, great projects in the DT, because you know that they've had a great time using it.
Exactly.
So you know it is going to be a great collection and one that you guys are going to enjoy as well. I just think the papers with this set are brilliant because you've got something quite niche in the form of lovebirds, but then also on the reverse, you've just got some absolutely stunning florals which you can use for all sorts of different occasions.
You do, absolutely, you really, really do. I know I kind of mentioned it last week, Ben, but the paper pads, they give me that kind of chinoiserie feel.
Yeah,
You've got
absolutely.
the chinoiserie collection. You know, you've got the quite oriental, you've got your cherry blossoms in there as well. For me, what I would say would be your cherry blossoms, or at least your blossom tree. So spritz and then flick some water the way that I like to do it, and just creating that bit of the faux bleach effect, which I always think is really, really cool. So let's move that one to the side, and then let's pop just these little bits out, and then we're going to go in. I do have one all ready, done, finished, and then layered. But let's go in here, and then let's start to do a little bit of colouring. What I'm going to do, so I don't keep disappearing, I'm going to bring my TriBlends across. I'm going to be very careful because Tracy's having a well-deserved little break this week.
Because she spent ages sorting those, didn't she?
She spent absolutely ages at the side of me. Those that, you know, probably kind of aware, we've got our TriBlends, we've got our classics, our illustrators, all just at the side of our bookcase. And bless Tracy, she got all new ones from the warehouse. She started to then layer them up. She's got them all in their trays, got them in the precise order and everything like that. So I just want to make sure that when she comes back next week, because it's only me here this week, all week on this
only
side.
one person that can get the blame.
Any messes, anything missing, anything whatsoever, it's only me that's going to get the blame. So we're making sure everything's going to be nice and pristine.
And you know what I love? One of my favourite relationships in our little crafty family is the relationship between Craig and Tracy. It is very much kind of a love-hate, in a nice way, relationship. They wind each other up. Something chronic, and I just love to sit back and watch it. I'm almost kind of hoping that you do, I don't know, misplace a pen or something, or put a tray back in the wrong place, so that when she comes back in next week, she'll be like, right, who was in? It was Craig.
You like to walk past, throw that crafty grenade, sometimes walk away, and then watch the explosion happen, that friendly explosion happen.
So funny.
But it's in a it really, you know, you've seen it on social. It's a friendly way. She's absolutely brilliant.
It all is with Tracy, isn't it? I think she winds us up. We all love to wind her up. It's all friendly bants.
It is. We're actually taking bad. So both me and Nick, we had lunch together in the caffeine, and usually Tracy's round about and I'm saying, take bad this week, Ben. I'm not being verbally abused or anything like that. None of us are. Do you know what I mean?
Nicola says she's not been told to go anywhere in an aggressive manner. I've not been called too many names this week either, actually. Well, not that I've heard anyway, so that's quite nice. What you don't know can't hurt you, says Nicola. Ordered the lovebirds. Should be here Thursday, says Ricky. Cannot wait to play with it. They are adorable. Lots of love for those. Just whilst Craig's colouring, do you want another quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
Keep your answers to yourself for now. In the Snowman, the cartoon movie, what food was used? Ah, no, this is interesting. What food was used to make the snowman's nose?
An apple. No, an orange.
I said shh.
Oh, sorry. But, well, sorry.
Nicola's going for a grape. Craig, you're saying?
An orange.
An orange, okay. What are we saying in the comments? No cheat. I know you wouldn't, but also I need you to be specific, please. Well, no, that's my clue that I'm giving. Yeah, it needs to be specific. I did not know that. I would have gone for, well, I would have gone for carrot, and if you're putting carrot, that's not the right answer. Okay, Jamie's going for a satsuma. Craig is going for an orange. What do you say, Nicola? A banana?
Well, when I say orange, I mean along the lines of satsuma, clementine, that sort of.
Okay. Can you pick a specific type of orange citrus fruit, please?
Well, I'm going on this, so I'm going to say either satsuma or clementine. I'm going to say clementine.
Okay. Nicola, what did you say again? Kumquat. What did you say? Courgette, zucchini. Nicola's gone for.
Purple courgette?
Pardon?
Purple courgette, purple aubergine. Aubergine.
An eggplant. It wasn't definitely that. I'll tell you what the answer was, because there's enough time for everyone to play along, I think. Tangerine.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was still the family orange.
Yeah, you're all there or thereabouts, but not quite. I think Craig was trying to claim half a point there.
I am, because I can picture him putting an orange thing on the nose. It was still an orange thing.
We've got charades. We're not doing charades tonight because we'll get told off. Maybe another night we'll do some charades.
Well, don't say everyone that we've had it and then it's like given and taken back.
What?
Yeah.
Well, no, because what? No, because Craig, the plan.
No one at home knew that. You've just got them all excited.
No, but the plan there would be then you see is they go, oh, we can't do really charades because we'll get told off. But then if everyone's like, do charades, that'd be amazing. We could then be like, oh well, we had to do charades because everyone was asking for it, and we're always here to serve. Says
you, just as we went live, we're having a hissy fit with Nicola about not doing it and getting into trouble. And Nicola's up for it, and you're having a hissy fit.
But you're not listening to what I said. If we had the backing of the viewers and everyone was like, oh, definitely do that's like saying, well, we have to do it because the viewers wanted us to do the charades.
Well, why didn't you say that to Nicola at the start of the show?
Well, because we were 1 minute away from the start of the show and we were like rushing around to get everything sorted.
But we were done, we were ready. You had enough time to have a hissy fit about it.
Right. I'm not going to ask any more questions. No more questions, no charades. Let's just watch Craig Colour.
Oh, who's it? Oh, it's a comedy show. They go, all right. Just the way you looked at me there.
It's not a carrot or a satsuma. The comments that's coming through. Definitely a tangerine.
Definitely a tangerine.
I do not know the answer to that question. What is the difference between a satsuma, a tangerine, and a clementine?
I don't know. What is the difference between a tangerine, satsuma and clementine? Oh, I thought that was a joke.
No. Satsuma v tangerine v clementine. What's the difference between oranges, mandarins, satsumas, clementines, tangerines? Oh my goodness me. Oranges are second in size to the grapefruit. We know that, obviously. Mandarins are a type of orange in the overarching category that tangerines, clementines and satsumas fall into. So we're getting into the realms here of Lily's favourite word, nomenclature, aren't we? That's what we're getting into here. Tangerines are a specific type of mandarin orange, bright orange, colour slightly tougher skins, and their flavour is a little less sweet and a bit more tart. Clementines are the smallest type of mandarin orange. They're super sweet, seedless, and have red-orange skins that are smooth and shiny. And satsumas are a specific type of mandarin orange originating in Japan more than 700 years ago. They are a lighter orange, sweet, juicy, and seedless. Nicola, so I've just read all those out. She goes, so what is an easy peeler? I don't know.
Got to love an easy peeler though.
Because you can get the satsumas that you can get your thumb into in the bottom, can't you? Then you can peel in one go. But then you get the smaller ones, which are kind of hard to stick your finger into to, like, peel. Nicola once broke a nail peeling an orange, apparently. That's brilliant.
That wasn't an easy peel then, was it?
Are you sure you weren't trying to peel a potato? All right. Does anyone never do that thing when you do peel an orange, where you try and get all the skin off in one go?
Yes. Yeah. Every time. You've got to try and take it all off in a winner.
Yeah.
Or you can take it off where it looks like a man's body.
Take it off when it looks like a man's body? I think it looks like... Oh, hang on a minute. Actually, you just describe what you mean there before I say what I was going to say.
Well, you know, the way that you peel it back so it looks like, so you've got the actual clementine or whatever exposed,
right.
And then you've got a bit of the pith that's then opened that way, a little bit that's opened that way. You've got a bit open that way and a bit open that way and a bit open that way, and then that's like its head, its arms, its legs, and then it's got this big belly.
Oh,
please, in the comments, let me know that you know what I'm on about.
No, so normally when I peel it, it looks like an elephant. Because you have the bit like that, a bit like that, and then you have the bit like that. So that's what I was thinking when you said it looks like a man's body.
All this from peeling a clementine.
Dear, oh dear. Anyway, how do you peel your orange? I use a Tupperware gadget to peel an orange, says Laughing Gravy. It must be 50 years old. Yeah, I quite like that, a tool to peel an orange. Clementine is sweeter and less pip, says Fred. Laughing Gravy says the difference is some have seeds and others don't. There's nothing more off-putting when you're eating a tangerine, is there, and you get a pip. You just don't want to eat it then. It's like when you eat fish and you get a bone. You don't want to eat the rest of the fish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Going out, obviously, I know I'm not going to spend the whole time doing that one, Ben, but that is where we just go over and layer these together. We used coral blend, gold brown blend, we've got the light green blend, and I also used the purple as well for the little florals. This is where I just overlay it onto my background that you can see. I've used the linen card you've got within the set and a little bit of black card just to set it off. And then I've created my own card blank, 7x6, so a little bit of a different shape for this one. And gone in with my papers. We're just going to do our mats and layers. Now you might, if you're going to be replicating this or doing this, you might want to then start to gut some of your cardstock because we are layering it up and some of this, or a lot of this, will be covered because we're going to overlay what we've just done onto this. But that's entirely up to yourself. I will leave it up to you at home. But we're going to go in, we're just using our tape runner for speed. When I'm at home, you know, I tend to use my double-sided tape or my tacky glue. But for speed, I'll use our tape runners. Let's then add that onto the card blank, like so. So if I pop that onto here, and then we can then take what we've just done and layer that on. So that's what I mean, Ben. You might want to then, of course, just start to gut that centre. Now, the actual die cut that I'd coloured is layered up on foam pads. So I've got the height there. So for this one, I'm going to keep that flat, and the black just helps break it and frame it. And then let's go in. So I've already done Love is in the Air, which is going to tuck just underneath there. Let's keep that one flat. So I'm going to add my tape to the bottom, and then I'm going to add, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go, let's go there, actually. So we've created like an additional little overlap tape. So that actual sentiment is running parallel along the base, because obviously I only added tape to the bottom because that was my original plan. Let's add a bit more tape, and then we're going to pop that on into here. So align that to the side, and then let's go, Ben. Let's take. We've got the gems. We've not got the pearls. I've got them in the bottom of my case, but I'm not away to go hunting for them. Let's go in with the gems, and then I'm just going to go in with some glue. Dot, dot, dot.
Dash, dash, dash.
Dot. And let's go. Yeah, let's go that way instead. Just using my pickup tool, and I'm going to go for a few of the small. No, I won't go for the larger lilac ones. Yeah. Here, I'm just going to use my pickup tool just to then pick these up with that wax end, and then that'll be us done.
Really cute card. And that die, no, we showed, I think it must have been on Friday Night Live last week. There's so much snippability with that, isn't there? And you showed last week that if you don't want the birds and you just want that heart frame, it's an easy one to sort of snip all the bits and pieces out that you don't want, isn't it?
Really is, really is easy. I know you were saying, obviously, within the launch day, Debbie snipped into it, and then, of course, I showed you as well last Friday. So, yeah, lots and lots of snippability within that one. So don't just think as though you have to use them as that create a card frame. You've got that option to chop in. Yeah. And you can see there, we've got the lilac with the pink tulip. Into the background, we've got Love is in the Air with the lovebirds, and then that's just using a little bit of my own black cardstock, which I know you guys know that I tend to use quite a lot.
Jeffrey says, happy Tuesday, great and all. Powerful Lord Ben. Oh, I love that. I love being called powerful. I mean, I don't hold any power, but I like it. And the most fabulous and exceptional crafty Craigie Bagel and spectacular, outstanding CTV crew. That's you guys, that is. In the cupboard. Lynn says, I know what Craig is talking about, Rivi Satsuma.
Thank you.
I prefer a Satsuma, says Zoe Carver. Ben, says Jeffrey, what story do you have peeling an orange? I mean, hours of fun. Carol says, I love your card. I should be getting this collection in the next couple of days. Well, bookmark this show then so you can come back and recreate it should you wish. Like we said, Craig did a demo on this on Friday Night Live last week, and then we had the launch of it, of course, with D-Rob. So you've got all of the inspiration with our two fantastic crafters. And Charlotte Clark says, it's never a dull moment with you two, Ben and Craig. Yeah, you can accuse us of being a lot of things, but I think dull... not one of them, is it? Nope. It's never dull. Let's throw you to a break now. This is where I should really be doing the questions because then it doesn't cause havoc. Oh, have I done that one? You've got that one right. It was about the snowman, what they use for the nose. I'm trying to find a good question. I'll throw you to a break in just a second. No, that one's not. These aren't very good. I'm sure the questions you were asking earlier were really good questions. Here we go. This is a good one. Although it's quite easy.
I've got a fright.
Sorry. In Victorian England, who were popularly called robins because of their uniforms? In Victorian England, who were popularly called robins because of their uniforms? That is your question into the break. Get your carts and baskets checked out. We'll come back with the answer and more crafty fun in about 4 minutes' time.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new shows, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams. We receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on and when it's really quiet, I can get more done and there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Day-to-day life is busy and work. Literally in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstrations. I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than everybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's going to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without stick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out. Just before the break, we asked you the question, in Victorian England, who were popularly called robins because of their red uniforms? Well done, Zoe Carver. Well done, Carol Byrne. Well done, Kirsty D and PB Brewer-Martin. Apparently, it was postmen. Yeah, because of their red uniform, so there you go. Fred says Ben could be a Robin with a red waistcoat and Craig would then be Batman with his love of Halloween. Well, funny you should say that, Fred171. Leads us on nicely to some of our amazing DC kits, which are available for you on a brilliant price currently. Half the price they should be, and this is exceptional to pick them up today because you've also got your triple points too. Now, I know we featured these recently on a few of our shows, but we thought we'd bring them back because these are absolutely incredible gift ideas. If you're looking for gifts, maybe for the grandkids, maybe you're looking for gifts for the kids who are into all of the different characters from DC, then we brought you 4 of the most popular collections right here. What's so lovely about these, if you've ever bought any of our Discovery kits before, you'll know the kind of makeup of these and the fact that you're going to get a great selection of pens. So within each of the sets, you get classiques. You're also going to get illustrators, and you're going to get an art liner marker in there too. And of course, the colors that you are going to get are exactly the right colors specific to the character who the box pertains to. And what is absolutely stunning about this is that these are DC licensed products. So you're getting images of the characters from the archive. So officially licensed DC images you're getting within these sets. Now, we brought you 4 of the most popular. Interestingly, the best sellers out of these, the most popular, are Joker and also Harley Quinn. These are the most sort of commonly bought together, those 2, but potentially if you're looking to maybe get for a gift, you might want to team up, I don't know, Batman and Superman, or maybe you've got Batman and his arch enemy, the Joker. It is entirely up to you how you want to do it. But look, if you're looking for gift ideas for the kids, these are absolutely perfect. As I said, we've got more ranges available for you on the website too. But also the thing to say about these as well, each of the sets comes with a huge selections of your classiques and illustrators, so it may well just be that you're looking for specific colours for particular projects. I know with the Wonder Woman collection and also Superman, people have specifically bought those for the flesh tones that are available in those colours. So however you want to buy these, whether it be that you are a big fan of DC or know somebody who is, or if it's specific colours of the classics and illustrators that you are after, then this is brilliant. The other thing to talk about as well, if you are a big fan of DC, the superheroes, or indeed you've got the kids or the grandkids who are, you'll probably know next year there is a big reboot coming, isn't there, as far as the Superman franchise is concerned. So things like the Superman kit going to be sought after. What an opportunity to pick these up today. Like I said, half price is the deal on this, and you're going to get your triple points as well. So these are the 4 that we're featuring on the show: Joker, Harlequin, you've also got Superman, and you've got Batman as well. But check the website for others, because also within the range we do have Wonder Woman and also the Flash. So platinum price on these is $13.99 or $17.99, and like I said, the great opportunity for you to grab these today is that you will get triple points on those too. They are brilliant, Craig, as well, these, aren't they? So much fun to work with, as I say, for superhero fans. Absolutely fantastic, but great Christmas gifts as well.
100%, really, I know a really popular one as well is always going to like the Wonder Woman, where you can then of course come along and then you can then use the portraits when it comes to those colours for other projects. Now, what you can also use with them are our Vellum Sentiment adhesive strips here. Make the cards, colour them in, and then add the actual adhesive strips. I'll show you a couple before we go back to Ben there, because you can stick them onto your acetate, your vellum. You can then chop them up, so your sentiment toppers. You can do them right across a continuous strip within your Z Fold cards, your little banner sections to then just block off your cards. What about things such as, look at that, how cute is that?
That's really cute.
Creating that as it's a shape within the actual present front. Little strips that you've got there. I mean, down the corners when it comes to your corner strip cards. You can manipulate them as well, pop them onto your card, manipulate them. What about putting them behind your apertures? Do them within your theatre and diorama cards. Because these are a continuous strip that Ben and myself will show you in a moment, they can be as long as you want, they could be as short as you want, and you're going to get different colours as well when it comes to the foiling. Just show you one more for now, really lovely one when it comes to your actual letterpress, really, really beautiful. Or adding it to the corners there, and that is all that it needs. And when we come back, we'll do a really, really simple card, elegant card, but it shows off one of the ways that you can use them.
Excellent stuff. Becky just saying, read the fan art kit. She was saying, I picked one of these up for my nephew for Christmas. They're brilliant Christmas gift ideas. Zoe says, I seem to retain random information and forget the important stuff. We'll do some more of those trivia questions later. And Eleanor says, I'm impractical to the Wonder Woman one. I grew up with her. You say Wonder Woman. I mean, yeah, absolutely brilliant. I was more Batman. I've always liked because I liked all the gadgets. You see, and Superman. Well, Iron Man's Marvel, isn't he? You see, but yeah, Superman. Any of them really. Any of them to be a superhero. Be amazing. But definitely Batman.
You're my favourite. You're my superhero.
You're my Superman.
You were away to say Wonder Woman, weren't you?
No.
You were away to say Wonder Woman.
Tell you what you are. You're my Joker. Hey, you little wee Joker.
Nah, I think if anyone's a Joker, it's you.
Well, maybe.
You've got your good jokes.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said. We're being nice now, you see. Fits and starts, peaks and troughs. So we'll go back to having a bicker in a bit.
Yeah.
The Vellum Washi rolls. So the showstopper is all of these with a 10 saving, basically. You're going to get £10, $10 off if you buy all in one click. Because essentially what you've got is two collections together, the everyday and then the Christmas. So within the Christmas collection, you get 3 rolls in this box, first of all, which is your red foil. So you've got Merry Christmas and Season's Greetings on the one roll. You've got Noel and Peace on the other roll. Then you've got Ho 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 and Bar Humbug on the third roll. 10 metres on each, giving you 30 metres per box. The sentiments are the same with each colour, but you just obviously get the different colours. So you've got the red, and then this one gives you that beautiful gold foiling. Then you've got your green, so your red and green traditional Christmas colours in there, again with all of those fabulous sentiments on. And then of course, to go with your gold, we bring you it on the silver as well. So Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings, Noel, Peace, Bar Humbug and Ho Ho Ho. And then you got your everyday. So if you want to go for this individually as a bundle, you can, but it's all included with that extra saving in the showstopper. Same sort of thing here. You're getting 3 rolls per box. And you're going to be getting 10 metres on each of the rolls. The sentiments here, you've got our happy birthday to you and birthday wishes. You have got, you are so thoughtful, I can't thank you enough. You've also got in there, by chance we met, by choice we became friends, and true friends are hard to come by. The colours of your foiling on your Vellum Washi tape here are rose gold. You're then also going to get the beautiful gold. Then you've got the black sentiments. And then lastly are those beautiful, if you just catch the light there you go, those beautiful silver sentiments. So the showstopper is both the everyday and the Christmas set together. 240 metres you'll be getting in total if you go for that, with that extra saving. Platinum price is £56 or $64, and of course you will get triple points on that as well, which is one thing you didn't have when we launched these, so that's a nice little way to jump in and grab those. Also to say, if you want to go for any of those individually, you of course can do that. Just shop the show and you'll be able to see all the details for that. Carol says, I used these for the first time last week and what a great purchase. I love them. Liz McLean says, I've just bought fan art on a 3 for 2 offer. Bargain. They are available on a 3 for 2 also. Check the web for details. Half price 3 for 2. You choose which is best for you. And Doris A says, I love the Vellum washi tape. Super usable this, Craig, isn't it? And as you've already touched on, really simple to use and the kind of thing that you can work into lots of different projects.
100%, 100%. You don't even need to take the backing off if you don't want to. If you want it kind of free flowing and just stuck in certain points, of course you can do it. But let's do a really simple card, Ben. So I've got watercolour card, 5.5 by 5.5 inches. I'm going to go in with the gold shimmer spray from Bella Luna. You could go, if you got the pack that I had this morning from Cosmic Collection in Craft Vault, then you can use that. But all that I'm going to do, I'm going to go at a little bit of a distance and then let's just spritz from a distance that I just done there. This time I'm going to go relatively close and then I'm just going to do little presses. So I'm getting kind of little kind of puddles in there. So we're getting light spray and we're getting light puddles as well. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take our heat tool and we're just going to heat set this for the next couple of moments before we come along with our vellums. Because anything that is wet, what you are going to have to do is dry it first. Now I know it might be like kind of, well, obvious, stating the obvious, Craig, anything wet would stick to. What I mean by that as well is your things like your water reactives, your pigment, you'll have to dry them before you actually stick your vellum on there.
Yeah.
Otherwise it will tack it first and then it'll just fall off. So you just need to make sure that whatever surface you're putting them on is nice and dry, and that's all I'm going to do here, Ben, is just keep going until these are all nice and dry.
Lots of love coming through for the Vellum washi tape, actually. Hilary says, can't wait for mine to come. And Carolyn says, the washi stops are wonderful. No stress sentiments. I like that. That's a great tagline for these, no stress sentiments. And it also takes away that problem, because one of the questions I think you guys get asked the most is like, how am I supposed to adhere my vellum? We get that time and time again, but with this you don't have to worry, do you?
That's it. You don't need to worry. I'm going to say it's really, really easy to stick them onto your project. I think the hardest bit, Ben, it's just to catch the corner, to peel it off.
Right, yeah.
You know, that
need long nails.
Just, you know, if you've got nails or that, that's fine. Bend it back or use your poke tool. But honestly, that is only the only bit that is just that little bit more tricky. That, you know, and I say tricky in hindsight, you know, it's not that major, but still, in comparison to using them, sticking them down, it's so easy to stick down. But I'm just going to go in and just dry that last bit there. And then what we're going to have is our watercolour card. What I was doing actually last night when I got home, I was having a little bit of a play and I used these and I done what I feel is a really nice simplistic card. I'm going to try and film it and pop it onto my Crafters Companion YouTube channel over the next, well, I was about to say the next couple of days. It won't be the next couple of days because I've already got one that's going to go out tomorrow. I've got it here and I'll show you later in the show. But just going in with one of our shimmer sprays. This weekend, myself and Ben have got a shimmer spray craft along.
True.
It's either Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember what day it is, so I'll give you some hints and tips there. But I'm going to come along with my tape runner, and for this one I'm going to pop it onto my black card, and then I'm going to take my vellum, which is the gold sentiments. We're going to add that. Just to let you know, Nicola was just telling me there that it is Sunday that we've got the shimmer spray. So shimmer spray is Sunday, shaker numbers is Saturday, and then what day is my live craft along this week? Thursday. Thursday I have got Touch of Sparkle. So there you go. Thursday live craft along, Touch of Sparkle. Saturday our pre-recorded weekend craft along, which is your shaker numbers, and then Sunday being the weekend recorded craft along being the shimmer sprays.
So many shows, so little time.
So many shows. But then there we go, we've got our nice mats and layers that we've got. So let's go in with our gold sentiment. So this is your gold foiled ones. So you've got within this one, you are so thoughtful and I can't thank you enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so it's down to the bottom right hand corner. That one there, it's too short, it's obviously at the end there, so I don't have enough. But you could, if you wanted to, you could have done it this way, Ben, and then tuck it around, or chop it up, stick it onto a piece of card, chop it up, use that as a topper.
Yeah.
But we're going to go in with this one here. So let's take my scissors. So I'm going to go round about there. So let's chop that, and then I'm going to then just eyeball that, and then we're going to go into here. So these we can just pop back in the box. Now if you wanted to have that kind of free flowing, Ben, what you can do is just tuck that around, stick that on the back, and you've still got that kind of free flowing motion of your vellum. But we are actually going to stick it down. But what I want to do first, from the Bumblebee Paradise, which is a couple of years old, it was just flower heads that we had. I've taken these thistles.
Is that the name of the collection?
Bumblebee Paradise.
I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, really, really well. Really, really well.
Yeah.
I like to use it because it's got the actual thistles in it.
Okay.
And it was 3 separate packs, and each one had maybe about 5 different flower heads, or rose head, thistle head.
Really passed me by, that one.
Yeah, and every now and again I use it periodically, but it is just because of this one that I use it. So what I've done, I've cut it twice within gold satin and twice within black. This one, I've done a drop shadow with the black to the back, and then this one now that I'm doing, I'm going to put a drop shadow with the gold to the back, and I'm going to stick it down before I overlay with my actual vellum. So let's go in here. While we were recording earlier on, I left the pin out my glue.
Oh no.
And then now it's just dried up. So we'll sort that for tomorrow. So let's go in here and do our gold drop shadow. So use my tacky glue, means I can manoeuvre that into place.
That's the national flower of Scotland, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah. It is. Team it with a unicorn.
That's it.
Looks smart. Yeah, well, actually, it'd be good with the unicorn collection.
Yeah, it would actually.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Nice card for St Andrew's Day.
Yes, yes, it would.
When is that end of November? Has that just been?
No, it can't be, because I don't remember it. Oh no, it must have been.
I genuinely don't know where it is, but I've got November in my mind. I don't know why.
I should know, shouldn't I?
Well, not necessarily.
It's not, obviously, it's a day.
Oh, it has just gone by.
It was the end of November.
You should have had a bank holiday.
We should have.
You should get the day off as it's your
off.
bank holiday.
Not that, obviously, when I say not that I celebrate it, it's not as if we'll have parties.
Well, it's the same with us English, isn't it? We're not like we celebrate St George's Day, really.
No,
Everyone seems to celebrate St Patrick's Day, don't they?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, what we like, we should. Take pride in it, we just don't celebrate
Yeah,
it.
exactly right.
So let's go, what I'm going to do is let's chop that a little bit smaller here. And then that one I'm going to pop just down, round about there. So let's press that in, using our dotties for this one. And then that one I'm going to do the same. Yeah, let's just take just a little bit off, flatten that off there. And then this one we're going to overlay to the side. I want it kind of the same length, but we're going to overlay so it looks a little bit taller than the other one. Press that in, and then we're going to go in with our sentiment. So this is what I was on about earlier on. We just need to get the corner. So what I tend to do is just bend that corner back.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been tucked around, so we're not going to see it. Alternatively, you can just use a pokey tool.
Yeah.
Peel that one off, and then I'm going to come along round about there.
So classy, isn't it?
Very classy. Very, very, very classy. And then I would take my bone folder and give that nice burnish on, just so that it becomes, it's like not going to be like crystal clear, but still you just want to take away any of that cloudiness. Run that one through. We're just going to then pop that round the back there. I'm going to do the same again. Let's just give that a good burnish down, and then we can see we've now got the
That
top
is
of our
brilliant.
card. If I take my straight tape runner, we're going to add our adhesive round the edges. I'm going to make sure that I've got an extra bit in the middle. I'm just going to put a couple of extra little bits over the edges of the vellum. Bring in the card. If we set that one into place here, let's press that down like so. And then there we go. You've got I can't thank you enough. So that was our thistles from the Bumblebee Paradise, and then we used our gold shimmer spray, which was originally from the Bella Luna, but you could use any of them. And then there we go, finished our card with the vellum sentiment strips.
I tell you what, if you're looking for a great card using the national flower of Scotland, this'll do. This'll do. Very quickly again, if you want to pick these up, and then we'll give you time to check them out. You've got your Christmas sentiments. So this is a collection on its own, if you like. If you just want to go for the Christmas sentiments, you can. It's the Christmas sentiments and the everyday which make up your showstopper with an extra £10, $10 saving. So there's 10 metres on each of the rolls. The sentiments are the same. So on this roll, you always get Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings. On this roll, you always get Peace and Noel. On this roll, you always get Bar Humbug and Ho, Ho, Ho. As Craig's already described, brilliant, the fact that they are adhesive. Just peel off the backing and stick them in place. So you've got silver. You have got green. You've got your gold. Look at that. Oof, gorgeous. And then lastly, you have got the beautiful red. So all of your sort of traditional Christmas colours there. And then in your everyday, slightly different colour choices here. And of course, the sentiments are different. So you've got birthday wishes. You've got happy birthday to you. You've got you are so thoughtful. I can't thank you enough. By chance we met, by choice we became friends, and true friends are hard to come by. So you've got those 10 metres again on each of the rolls, same sentiments on each, but you've got those in silver. Then you've got those in the black. You've got them again in the gold. And then lastly, in that beautiful, stunning rose gold. £56, 64 bucks. Triple points as well, don't forget. That is all part of our 12 days of Craftmas, so it's triple points just for today. That will change, there'll be something different tomorrow. Card looks fabulous, says Stephanie, who's with us, popping in late to catch some of the show. And Jane Adams says, very pretty. Keep the comments coming. Eleanor, I've seen your question. I will fire that to Craig in just a few moments' time. Oh, do you want another quick, do you want another one as we go into a break? Okay, let's give you... Oh, those are a bit easy. Oh, here we go. True or false, into the break. According to tradition, you should pick a berry from the mistletoe sprig every time you kiss under it. True or false, according to tradition, you should pick a berry from the mistletoe sprig every time you kiss under it. True or false, let us know your answers in the comments. Check out your baskets and we'll meet you back here very shortly.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how the day's been, I also have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Never. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. Phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless they're coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is eating tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. Couldn't have it every day because I'd be the house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. Jane Adams says, hey Ben, why was the math book so sad? Because it had too many problems. That's a good one. I like that. I like it a lot. And on the subject of true or false, according to a tradition, you should pick a berry from the mistletoe sprig every time you kiss under it. Kirsty D said true. Zoe says false. Jules says false.
False.
Janice says false. Craig says false. Eleanor says, I think it's true. PB Martin says true. Jeffrey says, yes, you should. Once all the berries gone, no more kisses. Limits the number of kisses. The answer is true. And I did not know that, Jeffrey.
I did not know that. Never heard about that before, ever.
Does anyone, like, genuine question, does anyone still actually do that? Is it still a thing? Because I can't...
Kiss under the mistletoe?
Yeah, am I missing out here or what? I can't think I've ever kissed under the mistletoe. And I can't think I ever go to anyone's house who has, like, where do you dangle it, as it were? Is it... You know, Craig, no, is it, does someone go round and, like, are they going, oh, come on? Or is it, like, dangled up above the front door or above the lounge? Like, where's it dangled? Or do I need, like, one of these hats on and, like Kiss Me Quick or something with, like a bit of mistletoe hung on the end of a stick or something that's walking around? Nicola says people would think you were a pest if you did that. Yes. Give us a kiss. No. Give us a kiss. No. I just wondered, genuine questions.
Yeah, no, you're right though. You are right. You are right. I've never, obviously I've heard about kissing under the mistletoe. Never heard about kissing under the mistletoe and then you take a berry and then once the berries are gone, then that's all the kisses disposed of.
Yeah. So many questions. Do we want to have a look at our favourite gift ideas for tonight? Yeah. Do you want to grab yours and walk over to the lounge? It looks like it's been snowing outside.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. You grab, we've got some gift ideas for you because over on the website there is a little section. If you're looking for Christmas gift ideas, we can certainly help you out. And we've picked a few of our own faves. So go and join Craig over in the lounge there and I'll meet you over there. Look at it outside. It's lovely. The snow on the windows here. Look at that.
Nice, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Isn't it? Really, really nice.
Yeah.
The little house in the background, little lantern. Really nice. Looks a bit cold out there though, so better staying in the warm, do a little bit of crafting. Kiss under the mistletoe.
Yeah, ah.
Yeah.
There is no mistletoe here, unfortunately, otherwise we could have... We've got our little stockings up there though. Look, how cute are those?
Yeah.
P and C. Super cute. Yeah. Neighbours aren't home yet, lights aren't on.
Everybody needs good neighbours.
So we picked some of our favourite items off the gift section of the website. Do you want to show yours first, or should we go you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, or what do you want to do?
You go first.
Me go first? Me go first. Okay. Me go first. Let me put that there a second. I can see loads of comments coming through about kissing. The stuff that we've talked about tonight, unbelievable. This first deal, I've kind of just, brought this forward from what we did earlier on Craftbot, because I know we were saying, like, oh, we better shop the show. This price has been held, so I thought, you know what, we may as well just bring this to you again for your opportunity, if you missed it earlier on, our amazing metallic pencils. 12 of those, 12 fantastic colours, and as we proved earlier on, because one lady was sort of saying, oh, I've used metallic pencils before, and I've always been quite disappointed because they all come out looking silvery. Ours are super creamy, aren't they? And the colours are amazing.
Really, absolutely, so striking. No matter what colour you're using on your dark cardstock, you've got that real striking metallic look. So whether it's the purple, whether it's the lilac, whether it's the gold, the green, the blue, either way, all 12 of them really beautiful to lay down in colour.
We'll show you, once we've shown you our 6 items here, where to find these on the website in case you're wondering. Or, of course, as always, you can just type the relevant project into the search bar and find it that way. But that's my first one. What's your first one? You got some pens.
Going from metallic pencils to the metallic pen. So we've got our special edition within these ones here. So these ones are giving you a 9-piece. Now, you might be familiar with a couple of the metallic gold and silver pens that are in there, but the other ones, you've got your tricolour metallic pen in there, you've got your outline pen in there, you've got these ones being the glitter pens. These are all exclusive colours for this pack here. So this was just one of my favourite. I thought, certainly at Christmas time, going on at this time of the year, you know, whether you're writing your cards, your gift packs for things such as your gifts, your tags, that's a good way then just to do them with the metallic pens. Or of course, even if you do have things such as our outline pens, then you're not going to have the colour that's in this one because an exclusive one. And same as it is so expensive to do metallic pens in the tri-brush forum, hence why we've never done them, apart from this metallic one that we've got in here. So I just thought, let's put in that one. Let's go for one of my picks being the metallic pens.
They're all brilliant ideas for gifts, actually. This one is one of the sets from our Academy of Colour. I mean, how popular was the Academy of Colour? My word. I always say, and it's true, I've never seen so many positive testimonials about a product as I have on the Academy of Colour. The amount of people who said that this system changed their crafty life, changed their colouring life, it's incredible. If you've maybe already bought the original Academy of Colour and you're looking for the bolt-on boxes, this is one of they. However, if you're just thinking to yourself, oh, I'd like to improve my colouring when it comes to watercolour, when it comes to alcohol colouring, then this is a great box to use on its own. It's $48.87 or $65.43. That's before your discount, of course. And what you get in here is a selection of your duo colour aquas. You've got your duo colour alcohol markers in there too, plus 12 sheets of your alcohol marker card, your watercolour card, your storage panel for your stamps, which will go in the folder if you've already got that. If not, you can find a folder to fit them in. And then you've got some beautiful stamps in there that you can practice your portrait colouring on. As I say, it's a standalone box, so you can use it on its own. However, you do have, and I won't show it you, just in case, there's a little QR code that you scan that will give you access to Digital Leanne, 18 hours worth of content, and of course within that content she will specifically use the pens from this collection and the stamps as well. So not only do you get all of the hardware, 41 pieces in total, you get all of those hours of tuition with our Leanne, a brilliant Christmas gift. I think you would agree.
I would concur on that one. I would concur.
What you got next, mister?
I've got going from the colouring to more. This one being our tricolour pens. Now, these ones being the TriBlend colour pens, these are alcohol based, but instead of each pen being one colour family, for instance red, and giving you a light, medium and a dark, each pen are 3 different colour families. Not all different colours and colour families do work and do blend together, so the team at Spectrum Noir, headed up by Leanne of course, have then come together and worked out all of the alcohol colours that are from different colour families that do blend together. So you can see within that set there, it is 18 piece. It is your 3-in-1. Now here in the UK, you're going to be $59.99. That's of course before your discount. So $59.99 here in the UK, or $89.99 also before the discount when it comes to you guys stateside. So it's just nice to have the 18 pens. We say 18 pens, but you can then of course times that by 3, because each individual alcohol colour that you've got there, you can be using as a standalone colour. So you've got such a variety of your different colours, your shades, but these are your alcohol, these are your tricolour brush markers, and of course, Ben, they are in the burgundy barrel.
The burgundy bottle. Yeah, I love that. Julie says, Ben, I have all of your favourites. And she says, Craig, I also she says, Craig, I also have all of your favourites too.
Good choice.
Get them for friends though, couldn't you? Could get them for friends.
Yeah.
That is a pretty scenery, says Eleanor Swing Jones. It looks real. No, it is real.
Yes.
It is real. That's the snowy scene outside right now. Yeah, it's pretty where we are, isn't it? Very pretty.
It's really nice.
Yeah, lots of snow since this morning.
Lot of snow, of snow, yeah. Just about it's the end of the day, otherwise some of the guys here won't get it into work, will they?
Well, that's right. That's right. Just talking about mistletoe before we do the final two bits here. I have mistletoe all year round in my living room, says Karen. Lol.
Someone likes a little kissy.
Kirsty D says, yes, my mam always has. Hence, I knew about the berries. She hangs a big bunch of mistletoe in the centre of the living room. So does that mean that every time if you get up to go and get a cup of tea or something, if you get caught under the mistletoe with somebody else, you have to... Is that how it works, right?
Yeah, there's a point actually. If you walk under it, do you then just haul someone in for a kiss, or do you both have to walk under it at the same time?
Or do you just stand there and wait for hours like that?
Yeah. Like, oh, and then someone comes along, it's like, oh, no, you're
No,
right.
not you. No.
And then you see someone else come, oh, yeah.
Sarah says, it was a tradition in our home. We place it in the doorway, and as everyone walks through, they kiss under the mistletoe.
Oh, you old romantics,
You guys. What about this? For the Christmas gift of all Christmas gifts. If you follow Sarah on her socials, you will have seen her waxing lyrical about this the other day, saying that this is the must-have Christmas gift for 2024. It is the Sarah Davies Crafting Bible. Now, what's lovely about this is you've got 70 plus step-by-step projects, and actually not the kind of thing that you see day to day here on Crafters TV. It's lots of things that you can kind of do with bits and pieces that you might already have around the home.
Right.
Or bits and pieces that you might be able to pick up from, you know, those inexpensive stores. You know the ones I'm talking about?
So this is like a gift for everyone.
This is a gift for everyone. So even someone like yourself who is an experienced crafter, there'll be things in here, like types of crafts that you might not have done before, which you will be able to do because you're an experienced crafter.
Of course.
But then again, if you've never crafted before, this is the kind of book that you can just pick up. You might need a few tools. This page shows you here just a few of the things that you might need.
But they don't have to be like Crafter's Companion. It could be your scissors out the drawer.
Exactly right.
Got you.
And it's things like, look, we take you through the seasons here. So she's creating organisers with you. She's creating beautiful spring wreaths for your front door, little gift bags. You get lots of lovely pictures of Sarah there as well, smiling away. What about a little Valentine's wooden photo cube? That's super cute. Home decor pieces that you can create, little Easter treat jars, so it's kind of allowing you to be able to create and craft with your whole family. Pom-pom Easter bunny pots. Look at the Easter bunny! Aww. Can you see that? He's fallen into the pot and his little...
It won't be long till he's here.
It won't be, will it? It won't be. It'll be here before you know it. Origami flowers. And this is just the spring section. Let me go a little bit further forward. Making water effect flower vases. What else have we got in here? Father's Day gifts. Looks like me, that. Superman.
Aww. You're thinner.
Thank you. DIY. Well, I've been going to the gym. Air fresheners. Pressed flower frames. How gorgeous is that? But can you see, like, you know, these are the kind of things that you won't see every day here on this channel, but stuff that you guys will be able to do into fall and autumn, making Hessian pumpkins, making little dried flower hangings. What about this?
I've done that.
A glue gun canvas.
I didn't do that, but I've done one.
Oh, have you? That looks really impressive.
It is,
but again, looks fairly achievable.
Yeah.
And easy to do.
I had the pleasure of launching this on Hobby Maker in the UK, and I'd done that as a demo.
A lot of the things, when you get round to the Christmas makes, if you came to the shows that I would do with Sarah back in 2022, the theatre shows, a lot of these we did on the stage. So the ceramic baubles was one of those. The No So Christmas bag wasn't, but Christmas tree napkins we did. There's also a section here as how to create your little snowflakes out of your little brown paper bags. Christmas fabric baubles, I think she covered in that show too. I'll just show you one more because I'm basically showing you the whole book here.
So cute.
Cookie jar gift. That's quite cute. So decorate it up and put the ingredients in and then put the recipe on the little tag. Really cute. Really cute. It is the must-have Christmas gift for 2024, and it is only £20 or £29.99. All the prices we're showing you there on screen are before your discount, wherever you may be within Club Inspire. I think particularly that last gift, a great gift to share your love of craft with another family member. And we have one more final pick of our Christmas faves. And what have you got there, mister?
How could I not have a fave and not have the Gemini Mini? I've got the Gemini Mini where probably just over about maybe 90% of your dies, Ben. Certainly from Crafter's Companion, but of course you'll be able to use other dies as well. I'm going to go through your Gemini Mini. Now this is folder base, so you don't have to worry about plate configurations here. It is manual as well, so it's simplicity.
Without the electricity.
It is indeed.
I don't think we've ever tag teamed that before. I really enjoyed that.
That's good. No,
that's good.
So whether you're out and about, maybe your craft club, craft crop, of course, the grandkids are around, nieces, nephew, children, they want to play with their own one. Nice, safe, no electric, as I say, and you don't have to worry about your folders because or your plates because it's all folder based. So whether it's your dies, whether of course it's your 2D folders, 3D folders, on that smaller scale, of course, but you can absolutely use your Gemini Mini. Such a handy machine. I have mine at the side of my craft desk at home. So between my G2 and even my Junior still, we bring in my Gemini Mini from the side of me at my craft desk. Right here in the UK, you're going to be £29.99. For you guys stateside, you're going to be £49.99. That's of course before your discount of Club Inspire, but definitely one of those that maybe as the years gone on and the kiddies have started to grow up and start to get their own little kind of toes into the world of crafting, and maybe you think, do you know what, this Christmas I'm going to get them their own little machine. Maybe by their birthday next year you can maybe look to then of course purchase an electric machine for them, but a nice little starter for them when it comes to the Gemini Mini. Or even if you are experienced, of course, so many of your little dies will go through. As long as they're wafer thin dies, whether it's our brands or any other brands, are going to go through your Gemini Mini.
Eleanor says, well, Ben and Craig, you better get the snowplow out and go start to shovel that snow so you can go home. It's all right, we've got the company snowplow, so we'll be absolutely fine. Yeah. We always get in whatever, me and you, don't we?
Oh, but we always do.
Always
do. Jamie and Nick, exactly the same. No matter what, we get in here and we get these shows done.
We do.
Whether we have to drive, whether we have to swim, whether we have to ski, or we just have to walk.
We'll
we
do it.
will walk.
We
will do it.
We will.
For you.
For you.
And you.
And you. I have to get this book, says Eleanor. It looks really good. It looks like it has a lot of ideas. It does.
It does.
And Lynn Harvey says, I have Sarah's book. Well, you came to the show, Lynn, didn't you? And we met you there. Marvellous. It's full of fantastic ideas. If you want to pick up these gifts, this is where you need to go on the website. Get creative this Christmas. So where it says Christmas, you give that a little click. There you go. You scroll down the page. Scroll down. Oh, look at this. Loads of ideas on card embellishments. But you click on gifting, and this is where you will find all of the goodies. So these are more of those pro fan art kits. So we've got some of the Harry Potter kits in there, some of the magical creatures in there too, which I know have been hugely popular. You can have a good look at things like soft craft items that we've got. There's more of those DC kits too. Then you've got some of the manga in there as well, of course, haven't you? So Celestial Maidens, manga and comic, The Way of the Samurai. There's Sarah's book. There's Craig's choice from the tricolour brush markers. You've also got Sarah's previous book as well, We Can All Make It, which was the book before the Craft Your Year, and then all of the other stuff. So My Academy of Colour pick, Craig's pick on the collector's editions. You've got the pencils there. There's that mini. There's loads. Have a good scroll down. You know, if you're looking for last-minute gift ideas, you're a little bit stuck, then this is definitely the way to go. Some really great deals, and I genuinely don't know what the 12 days of Craftsmas thing will be tomorrow, but today, of course, you know it is triple points. So if you fancy any of those gifts, you may as well pick them up because you're getting a brilliant deal and you'll get triple points towards your Club Inspire account as well. Carol says, I use my Mini and MIDI a ton. And Hilary says, I bought a Mini in birthday week. It's just lovely and so handy to keep on your desk. Lynn says, I remember some of the projects being done on stage at Sarah's Crafting Live. Lynn, remind me, did you come to Guildford, I think. Let me know. I still remember the 12 Days of Christmas that Sarah and Ben sang at the end of the show. I remember doing it. I don't remember the lyrics. You'll have to send them to me, Lynn. Maybe we can do a live version again at some point. I think she's in next Friday. And Jeffrey says, well, you both should snowshoe to work. Could even have a race. Which one of you leaving your house, same time get to work? I would definitely win that race, Jeffrey. If we left our respective houses at the same time on snowshoes, I would definitely win because I live about 3 miles up the road and Craig lives... How many miles away are you? 10 or more?
I think I'm about 12.
12, yeah. I'd definitely win that one because I'm a lot closer. And Jane says it's a great book. I've a signed copy from Sarah. And PB Brewer Martin says, yes, Ben, you have missed out. Use the mistletoe. Well, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that this Christmas. I'll surprise Mrs. M. She'll absolutely love that, I'm sure. I'll just walk around with a big piece of mistletoe hanging off my head. May get a kiss. You never know. Let us have a look at the all occasion sentiments that we've got on the show. These proved very, very popular indeed when we launched them last week, maybe the week before last. Basically, we've got the all occasions on its own. We also have got the showstopper deal for you here. So the showstopper deal, if you want the showstopper, you've got to be one of the next 2 people to check it out because then the showstopper is gone. The showstopper, you basically spend an extra £15 and we'll give you 2 packs of cardstock. Also, mine's different. 2 packs of card and rocker blocks. I haven't got that. No. I tell you what, seeing as there's only 2 of those left, let's just show you the normal deal, which is coming up on your screen right now. So for $23.99 or $27.96, you get all of these stamps. So they come on one stamp panel, if you like. So that's panel 1, that's panel 2, and then you get the die, which you place over the top to cut them all out. So essentially, in one pass, you will cut all of these out, or all of those out. And it's brilliant because you've got 47 words on each sheet, giving you 94 words in total, and it allows you to be able to make your own sentiments up. And it's just as you have a quick look through there, you can see on this one here down the bottom, you've got all of your sort of female family names from grandma to sister, mum, mam, mom, mum, mom. You've got mummy. You've also got grandma, sister, daughter, wife, fiance, mother. You've got mama. You've also got loads of superlatives in there. I nearly said expletives then. There are definitely no expletives in there. Superlatives and lots of occasions in there too. So wonderful. You've got celebrate good times. Come on. And then as we move on to the second board here, more of your male family members. So son, husband, uncle. You've got granddad, daddy, dad, nephew, fiance. I don't know if Big Pop is there. I don't think it's on this one, is it, Big Pop? That's another set. And then you've got things like wedding included, birthday, sympathies on there as well. Hopefully you won't have to use that very often, but that's there should you need it. Graduation. You get the gist here. So you've got all of these different sentiments. When we had these on Friday Night Live a while back, Debbie and I had a competition to see how many of the words we could use in a minute to make a sentence which made sense, and we got to 15, didn't we? So I think very usable, very easy to craft with, and you do get the die, as I say, to fit those, to cut all of those out. $23.99 or $27.96, triple points on those as well. So a great opportunity to pick those up if you are ever stuck for words. You will not be with this collection. What are you going to show us?
Before actually, how many words do you get on a sheet?
47.
So how many is that on 2 sheets?
94.
God, you're good at remembering all that.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
How did I could not have been any clearer.
So I'd had this. Well, I wasn't adamant. I just I got this board here, and then there's 47. And I looked at that, and I was looking down. I was going, I can't remember. It was about 3 weeks ago. But I was looking down. That was it. So I looked at the 4. I was like, it's rows of 4. And then I counted up the amount of rows. But there's a row in the middle where you've got a 5. And it wasn't just me either, because I think I said there was, I can't remember what I said, there was 90, however many. And then you guys in the gallery thought there was another number, didn't you? Like No, but somebody said, no, but somebody else said, because I was saying some number, then one of you in the gallery said there was like 92 or something. I remember there was 3 different numbers at one point, but there's definitely 94.
Yeah. I thought, because I made the boards for these, I thought I cannot be any clearer on the back of how many's on one sheet, how many's on the other, how many in total.
But it's only like when I did the boards for, there was a collection that we launched on, I think it must have been birthday, and I copied all of the names of the flowers onto the back of the board. And one of the flowers was called Astra. And it was written on the packaging, Astra. And I was doing the boards, and then Leanne was the other side of the studio. She went, Astra? You mean Asta? And I was like, oh, no. And I felt really silly. I was like, oh, she was like, Astra's a car. And I was like, I'm sure I wrote this down, like, on the board. And sure enough, it was an Astra, not an Asta.
There you go there.
So it happens all over the place.
Yeah.
But definitely, the all occasion sentiment times 2 stamp sheets, arrow, 47 words on each sheet equals 94 words, times 1 die equals 47 somethings. Blocks, I think it says, blocks. And then board 2 of 2, all occasion sentiments. I mean, it couldn't be any plainer, really.
No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. So shall we have a play with them? Let's see. So we're going to use our new stamping platform. So this has got our tack mat on it here. So we're just going to pop that straight on. And I'm just going to go for one of these, Ben. So I've already got the sentiments that I'm going to be using. So I've already got them stamped and cut out. So we're just going to take one of these, we're just going to layer it up, and we're going to then pop that onto our platform like we would usually do with any of our stamps.
Yep.
You're going to then take your chosen ink pad. Now you can still do all your heat embossing, all your different ink pads, you can be using them all, and that's because it's still, of course, our top quality, high quality stamps that we know and love. But the difference is you've got all the sentiments on one stamp sheet. So you're just going to stamp them all out. Now, Ben, say there was only like a couple on this sheet that I wanted.
Yeah.
I would still ink them all, cut them all, and then just pop them in a little box or something, a little divider box.
It's more of a hassle, isn't it, to try and like individually ink up the sentiments?
Yeah, that's the way I feel anyway.
Yeah.
More of a hassle. You're just as well inking it all up, taking a little container, inexpensive container that you can get, and then just pop the words. Either put them in kind of occasions and titles, or just throw them in, or maybe put all the amazings in one, all the hugs in one, all the happies in one, all the R's in one, etc., etc. And if you do them over time, different colours as well, then you're going to have a nice little selection. And as you start to build them up, Ben, there'll be times that you don't have to stamp and cut because you've already got some
them
already done.
Yeah. The little boxes, you said, what collection was it? I could never remember the name of it, but there was a floral
Creations.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The little box for that would be useful for putting your spares in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yes, you could. I thought that as well, and some of them will
go
but
in.
Because they're just kind of little tiny cube little section, some of your larger words won't. Because I was saying that as well, if you've got that spare, use that. And then at home last week when I was doing bits of prep, I actually took it out and I thought, oh, actually, some of these sentiments are a little bit too big for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you go to, the range, Home Bargains, B&M, things like that in the UK, you guys stateside, your inexpensive home stores or that, you can get them. Bit like Simon's boxes, but I personally, you could use them. You could absolutely use them. For me personally, they're a little bit too big for all your different sentiments. But if you've got them spare, you can use the Simon Stack and Store boxes that we have. So we've gone in there, and we can see the great thing with the stamping platform, if you do miss any little bits, go back, reapply the pressure, and then of course you can then stamp and carry on. And then let's go in with the die. So this die works for both stamp sets. And then we're just going to place that over. So we're going to then place that over, and then we're going to stick it down. So the stamping, we've done nothing different to what we usually do with stamping. And then when it comes to die cutting, we're doing nothing different than what we usually do with die cutting. So for this, I'm going to do what I done last week when I was showing them, or the week before, and I'm going to be using my large plates. The only reason you can be using your junior plates, but I do find the only way I can explain this is sometimes I can make what appears to be a horrible cracking noise. And
Love it.
there you go. So
I like it.
It's not too bad. Not too bad, but sometimes it could be really quite loud. So the reason I want to use the large plate, so if that happens, I can say to you guys, don't worry, it's normal, it's doing no damage whatsoever. You can then just carry on using them. So let's take these out. What we could also do as well, if I pop these out, now these aren't going to go to waste because I can pop them in a little pack, take them home and use them elsewhere. But what we can do is, let's take all these little sentiments and then I'm going to move them to the side for now. Let's go, and I'm kind of going off-piste here for a moment.
That's not like you.
No, it's not like me at all, is it? There we go, and where's my scissors? There we go. Let's take these. So what about, Ben? Let's take our embossing mat. I don't have my large one, so let's just use the small one.
Okay.
So if I pop my craft card, and then if I pop that on into place, and let's pop that one on, I'm going to go frosted shim. I'm going to take out the magnetic shim, and I'm going to put in a shimmed piece of cardstock. And then I'm doing this off the hoof here, as I said, so I'm just trying to remember the pressure here. Now, we're going to emboss the detail of the brickwork. Now, if I added my magnetic shim, it's going to be too thick and it could still cut into the card. So therefore, I want to relieve that slightly. So take out the magnet shim. But taking out the magnet shim, Ben, is too less pressure. So just adding in my own additional shim. Yeah. And then, see, even that's kind of, that is too thick. You know, it goes to show the pressure of the Gemini.
Wow, yeah.
Look at that. Still cut it. So anyway, do you know what? Use these for drop shadows. Yeah. Actually, if anything, look at that. Look at that. It's like little blocks of chocolate. Yeah. It's giving you that rounded. So there's a happy accident. There's a happy accident. So it's giving you that rounded block.
Use it with your kitchen collection, maybe.
Use it with your kitchen collection, or do it with dark brown chocolate cardstock, and there's your blocks of chocolate. Yeah. So you can do that. Right, let's try that one again. So let's go in with our craft card. I'm going to go base plate. Let's go in with our embossing mat, card. Let's go in with our die. Let's go in with our shim, plastic shim, but I'm not going to do any card shim. Let's take that one out, like so. Let's run, I think, actually, Ben, do you know what I think it was? Shim and then that. Okay. Because, the reason being, I'm kind of glad it actually cut into the card, because it let you see the reason why we just need to have a little bit of a play, because this is going to be a really good brickwork background if you just emboss into it. Yeah. So let's have a look here.
Sounds more promising.
So not quite. So let's try that one again. Well, we'll get there, but hey, trial and error.
That's it.
Trial and error. So let's put the shim back in without our cardstock and then run that one in. If not this time, then I'll have to go back to the drawing board at home and work that out again. Play with the shims. Wonder if it's magnetic. Not. I think that's what it is. Let's take this one. Yes. Cut again.
Not quite. Oh, you've gone through again.
There we go. Hey, I've got lots of bars of chocolates that I can be using, so that's
well, lots of walls to build.
Lots of walls to build. Right. Do you know, before we crack on and do the demo, Ben, let's just give me one more chance here. Yeah. Because it does look cool when you use it as a brickwork background. But what I'm going to do is let's do base plate, embossing mat, card. We're going to go in with the die. Let me put in the magnetic shim instead, because the magnetic shim is a little bit thinner than the frosted shim. And if this still does cut into the card, then I will go home and go back to the drawing board and have a little bit of a play just to work it out again. So let's take this one out, have a look and see. And we're getting a little bit more pressure. So we're getting there. We are getting there. So I can see that. I know I said one last time, but let's just slot that back in. Is it that way or that way? There we go. So I'm going to pop that back. So into there. Let's put our magnetic shim. Let's put a shimmed piece of cardstock. And then whatever this looks like this time, we'll leave it there and crack on with the demo here.
Yeah.
But it also goes to show, have a play with your dies. Have a play and see how they can look. Because that could be white cardstock. You could do your graffiti artwork on the back. Would be a nice little background for, there we go, we're getting there. We're getting there. We can see we've got that brickwork background. So you've got all that detail that's embossed into the brickwork. If you turn it around, you've got the deboss that you can see into here. So that's going to be a nice background, a textured background for you to be using. So we can see where I'm going with that one there. So that was your base plate, top plate, magnetic shim, and a shim of card, and you'll just need to add a few more. So what I've done is I have brought this in. Now I've seen this one from Sandy. How cool is that?
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
Really, really cool idea, that one there. So I've got all the bits here. So what I've got is I have got my black card. Now this was a 6x6 card blank that we can see. So let me bring in my scoreboard. So if I bring in my scoreboard here, and then I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. So we're going to then score. We want to score at the halfway point there, which is 3 inches. So I'm going to score at the 3 inches. I'm going to turn that around, and then we're going to score at the 3 inches here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to then just find that center point. So of course, because the edge of the card is 6 inch, what I'm going to do is let's just do a little line there. So that's going to represent the center. So we'll do a little line at 3 inch, and then we're going to do the little line there as well at the 3 inch mark. So what we then need to do is we need to bring that 3 inch mark into the center there. So if I just use a ruler, because it's easier. So there's the center of our card blank.
Yep.
So let's come in down into here, and then just make sure that we are in that right bit. So there's my center. And then this is where a black line on your board is going to come in really, really handy. So we're going to go from that center point, we're going to then go up, we're going to travel, and if we need to use that ruler as a guide again, we can absolutely do that. So I'm just going to make sure that we're there, and then we're going to travel up to here. We're going to twist that around, and then here, what we're going to do is we're going to then take this one also to that outer edge. And I'm just going to use my ruler so I'm aligned up within that center point. There. And then we can do the same here. So we're going to go into that corner, into here, like so. And then I'm going to do the same within that one here. So let's go there to here. So we can see now what I've then got is I've got that diamond. We can just see that diamond here.
Corners, yeah.
I'm going to then come along, and then we're just going to do exactly the same on this bottom side bed. So where my center point is here, I'm just going to score on each bit, each corner.
Lynn says, I came to the show in Southend on Sea. I knew it was down safe. And I emailed you the videos of the song last year, Lynn says. I don't know if you ever checked them out. I don't know if I got them, Lynn, but if you've got them again to email, send them over. I would love to see those. Stamp, crackle, pop. Love the sound when it goes through the machine, says Sarah. And a couple of questions. Carol says, will there be Christmas jumpers tomorrow? I'll wear a Christmas. I don't know why we didn't wear Christmas today, really. I haven't
I'm
got
not
enough
sure
to do a
either.
different one each day, really, but we could do one tomorrow.
I'll
couldn't
wear one the rest of the week, yeah.
What are you going to wear tomorrow? Which one?
If I remember, I'll wear my elf.
Okay.
Want me to wear my elf one?
I might do a little vote in the morning or something, like, you know, just show a few and get you to vote for my favourite one.
Yeah.
See which one you want me to wear.
I like that. Like that idea.
Yeah.
Do that. Do that for sure.
And I can see a bit of chat going on as well, just whilst you do that, about the tack mat on the new stamping platform.
Yeah.
A few people asking whether or not we'll be selling the tack mat on its own, but let's talk, I mean, I don't know the answer to that question, you might, but let's talk about longevity, because you mentioned something really important the other day about how to keep the tack on that mat for as long as possible.
So I'm not going to point fingers here, okay? I am not pointing fingers. But whenever we have our new layering, stamping, stencil platform, someone on the team keeps disposing of that acetate backing that you get with it. So the one underneath, you can dispose of that because then it's stuck into the actual grid. That's fine. But someone keeps disposing. I've got acetate sheets, made my own ones, brought them in, and they still keep getting binned. If you don't cover this with the acetate sheet that you get, it's just going to attract all of the dirt, the dust, the debris, and then therefore it's going to then lose its tack a lot sooner. Now, it will always lose its tack. All you need to do is lukewarm water underneath a tap, of course. Let it dry naturally. Don't heat set it, don't do a cloth or anything, because all that dust in the cloth, the material, will stick to, of course, the actual cling tack. But once you've got that in place, please keep the acetate backing that you get with it. Once you've used it, put the acetate back over the top and then store it to the side. Otherwise, you're going to be like ours, and we're going to have to constantly keep cleaning them because the acetate keeps getting disposed of and put in the bin. So
Okay.
yes, if you do, over time, start to find that it loses its tack, lukewarm water underneath the tap and then let it dry naturally.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, ways and means to keep that tack and get that longevity. Good question.
Really good question.
Right, what we do now?
So I'm just going to go in, and at the top here, I'm going to cut at a point. So in these ones here, I've just folded them in so you can see the direction that we're going in. So we're getting that flip action here, like so. We can then give that a good burnish down with our bone folder. And then these ones, we're just going to go in, give that a good press, that one a good press. Always go around all of them and give them a nice press down. And then we can take our layers. So I've got my layer already cut. And that's all that we're going to do, is we're just going to start to mat and layer. And I just absolutely loved this idea that Sandy had done. Great way to show how you can use it for things such as your, congratulations, you've passed your exams. It's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to then take that one. So that can be where our sentiment sits on. So let's pop that one into here. So we'll take our little sentiments in a moment, and then I'm going to pop that down into there, like so. And then when it comes to this bit, what I've got here is if I bring in a piece of black card. Now that one there I've cut to 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. What it's going to do is it's going to overlay. So it is slightly bigger than our layer there. So let's go on into here. Let's add my tape on. And that is going to sit like so. So we're just going to make sure we've got that nice layer over. Little square of black, 4 by 4 inches. And that one we can go in with our foam pads. Now I know it's black on black. However, what you will see creates its own kind of natural shadow.
Yeah.
It works really, really well. And I did not realise what the time was. Oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do is let's peel that off here. Now bring in one of your little circle nesting dies. and cut that in black card. So if I pop that on into here, so let's position that there. Take a little circle die and die cut that in black card, stick that in the middle on foam pads. I'm not even going to stick my sentiments in, let's bring in Sandy's here. And then that little circle die cut that you've done, and then if you've got a tassel, just attach that tassel, and then I've taken the word congratulations, I've stuck that on there, I'm saying me, Sandy has, and then down at the bottom going on your graduation, and just some of your own little star dies that you can use.
Is that if you haven't got a tassel, you could just multi-cut like twine, couldn't you?
Of course you could.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And even just take your TriBlend or your classic pen, if you've got light twine or white twine, colour it in if you want to. But forgive me, didn't realise that was the time. So all that I would have done, without the I don't have a tassel, so I wouldn't have added the tassel. I would have just replicated exactly what Sandy had done. But at least I've given you the measurements for that one when it comes to, of course, that fancy little shape card.
Kim says you need to put a sticker on the acetate which says do not dispose of.
Yes, I do, don't I?
Yeah. When you say you're not pointing fingers, I mean, don't name names, but do you think you know who it is?
No.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't know. I don't know. No. I'm probably saying Sarah, but other than Sarah.
Don't name names, but Sarah.
But Sarah.
And Hilary says, I didn't realise that there was a shim underneath mine, keeps falling out of the base. Yes,
and do you know something? I didn't realise that at first either when I got mine. I thought, this is great, but it still keeps moving, it keeps moving. And actually, I'm going to let you in a little secret. I'd been using mine before the launch, and I actually didn't know it was double-sided. It wasn't until, because that was the week that you had a little break, and Debbie was on, Debbie Fisher, I was on that side, she was explaining it. She says, take it off both sides, and I was like, didn't realise there was actually one to take off the other side. So yeah, the base one, I always permanently have it stuck in. The top layer, just pop that acetate panel over the top when you're not using it.
Well, quick picture to show before the end of the show, and a few more quick comments as well. But if you do want to grab this collection, it is best to go, because the showstopper will go if the two haven't sold out. That is about to disappear. But if you want to get all of the stamps, then you can, and of course the die to go with. That die is brilliant, as Craig showed you. Just get that plate combination right to create that really cool brick wall effect. But in essence, you are getting that to be able to work with your amazing stamps that you get here. So that is one stamp there, as you saw with Craig. That is the second stamp that you've got there. And you can basically, it's entirely up to you, but as we said, I think it's more of a faff, isn't it? So say you only wanted to use, I don't know, a couple off this one and one off that one. It's more of a faff to try and just ink the one or ink the two than just ink I would, as Craig says, just ink them all up, use the ones that you need, and then you can store the other ones away in a box for when you need them, you know. I think that's the best thing to do, but you do you. All of your family members as far as the males are concerned, all of your family members as far as the females are concerned. You've got all of your different celebrations on there. You've got all of your kind of superlatives on there as well. And as I say, lots of different occasions in there too, so you can make projects for all sorts of different occasions. £23.99 is the price on that one. That is your platinum price. $27.96, of course, as well. And don't forget, you will get your triple point as part of our 12 days of Craftsmas. That is a really cool card, says Jane Adams. And Carol says, I need to get some more acetate to protect my mat. I think I might have threw mine away. Eek, you say. Michelle says, my sister-in-law's birthday is tomorrow. I can use this collection. You can. And Hilary says, thank you, Craig. Hilary, I must say thank you to you as well, because you have sent in a picture, which we will finish with, of Holly Collie. Now, I said, this is the picture I saw the other day, actually. It was on your, was it on Insta? I think it was somewhere. And, oh, if I can, well, get it now. Hang on. I'm trying to, oh, what's it doing? Here we go. So you put it on your Insta, I think, didn't you, saying, like, naughty or nice list. That is nice. Look. Nice. Maybe if there was like a cheeky list, you could go on that one, potentially. Super cute. Super cute. I love the fact she wears a neckerchief as well. We put little neckerchiefs on Molly. That one says, too cute for the naughty list. I concur. I concur. Nice list all the way there, Holly Collie. Nice list all the way. So cute. That's it. We are done. Thank you so much, everybody, for a fantastic show. Tomorrow we are back again. Craig and I back for day 3. We've got pre-recorded tomorrow as well, haven't we? We've got everything going on tomorrow. So tomorrow we are pre-recording the craft along for Saturday, shaker numbers. And then we've got a masterclass as well tomorrow, haven't we?
We do indeed.
We talked about this earlier. What's that?
We're going to be having a look at Violet Studios. Violet Studios, yeah, and then we're back for Beautiful Beginners. Can I just quickly show you this?
Yeah.
This will go live tomorrow across on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel. Nice little box there, just made within the belt of course, Santa. And then inside, it is sized to hold 3 of your Yankee Candle wax melts.
Oh,
so a nice little
it.
gift. But I talk you through the measurements, talk you through the sizes, and that will go live across on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel tomorrow. There'll be a link on my Facebook page or Instagram page.
Brilliant. Thank you to Craig. Thank you to you all for being with us today. Thank you to Becky on the socials tonight. Thank you to Rachel. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to Nicola. And thank you to Jamie. Thank you to you for watching.
And you.
And you. We will be back tomorrow. Don't forget to take advantage of Triple Point. Brand new thing as part of our 12 Days of Craftsmas coming tomorrow. And we will be back with those 2 fantastic shows. So I do hope you can join us. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And from me and he...
Toodles.